Hello, this is Lolly. Thank you for coming back. I want to share with you these projects that I made using the camera die set from Elizabeth Craft Designs. So it's basically for making a mini album, and you can see I made this one that's a little gnome set here. Let me flip through it really quick. This is a little pocket here under the film roll. There's like photo mats. You can use them for other things such as quotes, whatever makes your heart happy, you know, putting ephemera in here, and memorabilia from important trips, receipts, whatever. And that. And there's plenty of room here. I have really big rings on here. There's plenty of room. This one I just did as a card. And so I'm going to show you the die set. It comes like this. I have these in my shop currently. There are one set of rings. And there are two cards full of dies here. So all of this comes in the set. I'm trying to get the glare off that. Yes, you get all of that. So that's a lot. And it has this little idea sheet here. It's two-sided. And it shows you just some ideas that you can make with this die set. Now I've been playing with mine, as you can see. That's how I got these here. So they're all in a bag right now. I haven't organized them. Now I will show you the little pieces and what each of them does. Now, if you are into photo mounts, these corners here are cute little photo mounts. Also could be just accents to just put right there without even a photo. And there's two of these kind of fold mounts as well, little corners there. I have not used those myself yet. Okay, this little piece here does not cut the round part out. It is just the little outline here for the viewfinder and the flash. These two things right here. It's that little outline there and there. And you can see I have it in pink here. This is a two-piece set, this and this. When you cut out one in one color and in the background another color, this is what it looks like. Isn't that adorable little roll of film? And I have one in here that I just glued in as a pocket right here. I just glued the side and the bottom. This is just a frame for around the inside here. That's it right there. This just says look. And there's a smiley, a heart eye emoji. I haven't used that yet. This is a cute little camera piece, and you cut one of one color and one of another. And you glue them together, and you have these adorable little cameras in. Isn't that sweet? I've got one right there. This is another frame for right there, for a little opening right there. This is your hole reinforcements if you want to use that. You don't have to. You can also use the Elizabeth Crafts hole reinforcement sets like this and make your own little hole reinforcers here. This one says smile, and I do have that also in here right there. You could also take the little letters that you punch out from that and use those. This punches just the hole. So it makes a complete circle if you want to put like behind there. Like where this is how I cut out him right there. This makes the little meshy window. Kind of like a wire window right there. And the floral one. So you could see that this fit around the opening, and I also put this, here. I also cut this out in pink and put that around there as well. Now, the main page construction, that's all the accessories. The main pages are these. Now, you see that this is really long, which means that you will need to get the extended platform for your cutting board, for your cutting machine, your die cutter. However, you only really need to do that if you want to cut this out in one piece, which I did here, and I'm making a card with it. That's how I did it. I just made a card. However, if you don't want to make a card and you know you're just going to be making albums, you're going to have to cut that in half anyway, you know, one piece for the front and one piece for the back. So what you can do is take your cardstock, line it up. There's a score line right there. Line it up just touching that score line like that. Tape it in place with your purple tape and run it through your die machine. And that cuts out just your front cover. And you can do the same for this one as well. Put it up right against that score line, tape it, and run it through. So then you can get by without having to have the extended platform. These two pieces are the pages and the photo mats. So I cut this out in black, and I cut this out in the B pattern. It's that easy. So let's make a Disney themed one, and I'm thinking along the lines of, like, if you're going to Disney and you want to make a photo album slash autograph book, right? So I have these, which are new, and these are from Photo Play Day at the Park. And I also have other Disney themed papers in my stash that I might want to use. So I really like this one. Arg, there we go. I really like that for the cover because I think it's not as busy as some. Alrighty. So I need new platforms anyway. There is no right side, except for when I open my book, I want the words to be straight up. So I do need to glue it this way, and cut it that way and not that way. So let me put it in here, get it right up against that. I could trim that off if because it probably won't fit through my Sizzix too well. Now you get a lot of these nice little circles when you're done, and save your strips. Now isn't that cute? Now I do want to get some of those little outlines for that, and I want some. This is really cute the way it is right now. It's got a stitched border all the way around. I know you can't tell on camera. It's got a stitched border all around here and around this opening. I do want to add the accents here, and I'm thinking I'm going to go with the red. And then after this, I'm going to start cutting these papers off camera instead of boring you with all of that. See, there's one piece, and here's the other. So then all we need is to glue those in place. Oh, that is so cute. That just perks it right up. Okay, now you see how the other side here, if I want, I can also put those here. But I think what I'll do is do a black set. And these camera dies are really great for doing with double-sided cardstock, as you can see. But if I didn't have double-sided, all I would do is just cut out two and glue them back to back. I haven't decided about the hole here. I think that I do want one for here, and I think I want to go ahead with the black again. The best thing to do would be to get all of yours, just run them all through the machine at the same time, all these little pieces. You could also put your cardstock on double-sided tape and then do your die cutting, because then all I have to do is just peel the backing. That's the inside of that, but I need something on the front here. So let's decide. I went ahead and cut out the little hole reinforcement right here on the side. You could use eyelets as well. That's really cute. Okay, and I cut out this. Another thing you could do would be to put acetate. If you don't have double-sided cardstock and you're going to back your cardstocks together, is to put a sheet of acetate in the middle, and then you would have that in the opening. That would be just adorable. Okay, now I have a plan for this, but in the meantime I need to come up with a back cover. Okay, so I cut this one off. I think that's really adorable, and I'm going to put a hole reinforcement on the back of that as well, because when you have rings, you kind of need to have the hole reinforcement or your paper tears. Now notice there's no holes on the back cover, no camera view lenses or anything like that. So that's my front and back cover. Now I just need to cut a bunch of pages. Now, since this is going to probably be for like an autograph book for Disney, I need to cut my pages. I think I'm going to use the patterned papers for the pages and solid white or solid color for the insides. So I'm going to cut several of these and I will come back. Okay, so I have cut one of each of the patterned papers for the pages, and this is the 6 inch by 6 inch pad. Very adorable, cute designs. I love this one. I captured that. I'm not going to mat that side. I may mat the back. So here's the thing. We can set this up to where we can put a photo on one side and an autograph on the other. However you want it, it's yours. But here's something you need to notice. We want something really cute to go right there, don't we? So I'm going to cut one white sheet, or a solid color anyway. And let's figure out what we want to put in that hole there. I've got the ephemera pack, and this might fit. I don't know. Let's see. It does. That's pretty cool. That might just be the perfect solution. So let's see what color of cardstock I should put this on. I think I may go with this. So what you would do to center that, I want to show you. We're going to line these up with the holes on the bottom here and clip that right on the very edge. Then I'm going to tape this or glue it. Okay, then I'm going to open this up, hold it behind the camera where I want it, and then just shut my album on it like that. Now it would be right in my opening there. You could also center something behind here too, but I like the light blue there because it makes me think of a flash camera. There we go. I don't want to do a whole lot of embellishment here. I just think it's really cute the way it is. I meant the big cheese. That is really cute. Just a heads up, when I made my first album, I thought it'd be really cute. I glued something here and then realized that it was showing through this viewfinder. So you need to be careful about putting things in that top right corner. Miles and miles of smiles. Now that might work on the bottom here perfectly. Let's make sure it's not going to show. It's not, because that's narrow. And it kind of also, it goes well with this as well. Big smiles, miles and miles of smiles. Very cute. Okay, so that is actually our first page. But what I need to do is get the inside this here and make, let's put this back together again, move these out right there. We need to start making the, what do you call it? The little mats that go on each one of these. This one is not going to have a mat because it's perfect the way it is. And then this side could be a photo, and I think the blue would be great here. So now I'm going to cut white for this one. Okay, so I have a nice white mat, and you'll see that this is also stitched. That die that we're using to cut those out have a nice stitched border on it. This is why I like using 6-inch pads, because you could still see what the pattern is through here, even though if it was a really big pattern, it would get lost when I cover it with the mat. Perfect. And let's see which one next. Let's do this one, and maybe we should go with the white mat again. I think I will be using white the most, I'm pretty sure. I know I was off camera there, sorry, but I'm just putting tape on. Flip that over, and let's do this one. And let's get this the light blue color if I have any more of that paper left. And just so you see this, the dies are good enough that I folded my cardstock in half and cut 2 at the same time. It worked really well. and that, and this. Perfect. So that's our little album. Now, you can use some of this on the inside, even when you're going to have photos, even when you're going to have, like I could just put this here, maybe like as a pocket and tuck a photo or maybe a ticket or something in there. So let's glue the sides and the bottom. So that's actually a tuck spot. So this is also a tuck spot. This is really dull and needs to be brightened up. Now this is just a pinch too long, so I think what we need to do is trim it. Take the exclamation off, and now it fits. Again, I'm just gluing the bottom so it can hold other things like that. Most of the ephemera pieces are a bit on the large side, but we also have like little bits and pieces that we have cut off, such as this, that we can use. Oh, perfect. Ooh, love it. That just perked that right up. Now this one here is a bit dull. This needs something too. I think just that strip of yellow is going to help. And that doesn't interfere with us putting a photo here. Very cute. But I like this, but I think what I'm going to do is trim, is just a fussy cut it. The only other thing I wanted to do, oh, and I want to tell you one more thing that I was using these for in my other one, is to just run them through the paper trimmer, just kind of eyeball, maybe halfway. And they make really good embellishments, just to see how you can just put them on the edge of your page like that, or a tuck spot. So just a heads up. Okay, what I wanted to do on this is I have these buttons in my shop, and I was hoping that they would fit right on the front right here. So we shall see. And I have my shank removers. I might not be able to get all of Mickey in here. I might only be able to get a few pieces, so we'll see. May have to save the other parts for later. Okay, so there's head, pants. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get the hands in here, but I can get this much in. See, these are too, they just don't fit in here, but I can put them elsewhere. I can use them on another project is what I mean. Or what I could do is to put it down like this without the shoes. Nope, still wouldn't fit. So I think it's everything but the gloves is going to go on, and I'm going to use a permanent adhesive. I'm going to use, what's handy is the Better Ultimate adhesive. So I'm going to put that on him, just let it set for about 30 seconds and then apply it. And then that's going to take me, I'm going to let it set up overnight just to make sure it's really good. And then I will take photos, and I will put the photos at the end of this video. Another thing I want to share right now, if you look at this sideways, you can see how this flash extension is high here and here, but there's nothing in between. Some of your pages, you can make this your page as well. It doesn't only have to be the cover of your album. And I did it on this one. I made one of the pages was also It's actually the back cover. I made the back cover into another page. You could use this for one of the pages. You can use this for one of the pages. It's completely up to you. Now, I lost all of my rings when I cleaned my craft room, so I haven't found them yet, except for my jumbo ones. Oh, how cute. Loving it already. I'm kind of curling him up a little bit like, oops, he's not flat, like he's not flat-footed. I made his feet curl up a little bit, but I love the buttons there. Okay, now let this set. Stay tuned for photos of each of the completed book. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.